my God.
I'm on a call like
No,
this at least
Jack.
once a week.
Maria, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, end the
have
dispute,
no,
put the name on the
no,
table.
No, absolutely not. I have been in communications for more than 20 years. It is what I do. When you do a background briefing and reporters agree to that, there is absolutely an explicit agreement that you are not to put any name on the table because it is on background. That's what
Just like
background
the FBI
briefings
Let her
mean.
finish. She let you finish.
And so when you go back on your word, that means that journalism essentially is in a bad place. Now, we are in a bad place with journalism because of this president, because this president has a governing philosophy of lying every time he opens.
There is no dispute. There are no two sides. It happened. He says it does. It didn't. The person doesn't exist. He was wrong. Is that not a set of facts?
I think that is a set of facts. Now, let me get to something, though, that's very important, though. But Maria is acting like journalists are the standards of truth. And let's just remember a couple of things. For example,
Many of them are.
So what Brian Ross's story, just my turn.
All right, let him finish.
Brian Ross's story with ABC News that crashed the stock market 350 points. David Wiggle's report with Washington Post saying that the stadium at one of the Trump rallies was only half full, when it was absolutely not true. Time magazine who said that the president.
What on God's green earth does that have to do with what we are talking
Victor.
about, Jack?
Victor, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked, because Maria was saying journalists would never go back on their words. They have a high standard. I'm just saying that, you know what?
I didn't say they would never go back on their words.
That is not in reference to. If I had an agreement with a source that I won't reveal your identity, and then I just turned around and said, oh, because it's a little uncomfortable, I'm now going to say who you are, I would burn that source and any others that I have.
Victor, I'm conceding the point to you, my good friend, and to Maria. But what I'm also saying is there is somewhat of a love-hate relationship with this White House, and there's also this footsie relationship with the truth on both sides, and that's why the David Wiggle story that says this. What about the Washington Post when?
About the bust in the Oval Office. The bust in the Oval Office. There was a correction issued by ABC News in the case of Brian Ross and that reporting on Michael Flynn. The president, we'll stand by and see if another tweet comes out. But I can't remember a situation in which, of the 3,000 plus that the Washington Post fact checkers have listed of false statements and falsehoods, new words that we've come up with for describing things that aren't true. We used to just call them lies. That the president has come out and now corrected or offered some correction, or the White House has offered a correction. Actually, let's offer one now. That this is from the commencement at the Naval Academy this week. Let's look at this.
We got you a big pay increase, first time in over 10 years.
Well, let's put up the numbers. The president says the first pay increase in over 10 years. The military has gotten a pay increase every year for decades. And here's this is a graph of the pay increases, and it's not even the largest in 10 years. Jack, how does the president, how do you defend a statement that on its face is not true?
The president did not go back and say he was lying, but he did say that he apologized for being incorrect. When has this president apologized for being incorrect? In fact, for lying. More than 3,000 lies, Jack. This whataboutism on your part is getting really tiresome.
Let me say this. Barack Obama had the franchise.
And last word from you, Jack, and then we got to go.
I just want to say, yes, Barack Obama was very good at apologizing. He went around Europe and apologized for America's behavior.
You, Victor.
But we at least had the acknowledgement that these two statements specifically from Jack, we know that they were not true.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much. Quick break. We'll be back.
I was born during the winter of '77. I first met James in 5th grade. We got married after college and had twin boys. But then, one night, a truck didn't stop. But thanks to our Forester, neither did our story. And that's why we'll always drive a Subaru.
Picking the right style takes time. One picky customer shouldn't take all your time. Need something printed? The business advisors at Office Depot can assist with exactly what your business needs to grow. Get your coupon for 20% off services, technology, and more at Office Depot and OfficeDepot.com.
हेलो काकू सर, क्या हम सब मंदिर जा सकते हैं? मुझे घर में बहुत घबराहट हो रही है, बहुत frustration हो रही है.
Always using the latest science.
You called about termites?
Come on in.
Got it. How long have they been doing this?
She's bobbed the log, you know what I mean? You bobbed that log, Candace!
How would you describe the perfect dinner? It's perfectly fresh, perfectly measured, perfectly seasoned. That's why Plated is perfect for you. Unforgettable dinners you can cook at home week after week. Go to plated.com/order and get 25% off your first 4 weeks. See how easy and fun it is to make a dinner that's beautifully cooked, shared, and enjoyed. Go to plated.com/order and get 25% off your first 4 weeks.
Welcome to Holiday Inn.
Thank you. Wait, I have something for you.
Every stay is a special stay at Holiday Inn. Save up to 15% when you book early at holidayinn.com.
What's this dealer preparation fee?
This just is not
what we talked about.
Get the car without the car salesman. Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
You want a home with a 2-car garage to tear down. You need Realtor.com, the home of home search.
These are America's historically black colleges and universities.
One of the beauties of HBCUs is that it shows the full range of black beauty, black genius, black culture.
Paula Deen Collections, or this beautifully crafted queen bed by Thomasville. And check out this new contemporary look by Universal. Everything new is in and on sale now. There's Memorial Day weekend sale. Don't miss it.
I don't know how they do it. Who? School teachers in Florida.
They're some of the best, but get paid among the worst.
Well, that's why my son Philip is talking about raising their salaries $10,000 or more.
Sounds like if he's governor, teachers will be respected again.
Who's going to teach that to the politicians in Tallahassee?
I have an idea.
Philip Levine for governor.
State of the Union with Jake Tapper, today at 9 and noon on CNN.
The tolls of that bell honor a soldier who died in World War II. His funeral just now being held nearly 75 years later.
Yeah, across the country, 6 soldiers killed in action in World War II are finally being laid to rest this Memorial Day weekend. I want to share with you their names: Francis Drake, Harvell Moore, Eldon Grimm, and Veterans of America have started this hashtag campaign called #GoSilent. It's for Memorial Day. They've asked Americans to take 1 minute out of their day to honor someone who has died, a friend, a family member, an acquaintance that died in America's wars. CNN military analyst and retired Lieutenant General Mark Hertling says in an opinion piece, quote, "This isn't a day for thanking, and a rededication by the living, reflecting on the devotion our nation's values, and the diversity of those who serve, the dignity of our fellow citizens."